Morning folks, started alright didn't it?
Yep.
And we're about to turn around and head on back. There wasn't too much debris from Dudley, but there was a bit on the roof, weren't there, some branches. And at the front of the boat there's loads and loads and loads sort of pushed up against us, twigs and branches galore, isn't there? But the water's definitely gone down, the sun's out, it is cold.
And windy.
So we're off to sort of turn around. Top of this lock there's a turning point, well it should be, it looks big enough, and then we'll get off. Okay, ready?
Another day, another dollar.
Okay, let's go for it.
Turned it round.
You just stood there. So that's behind us, Hunsdon Lock 12, where we never quite made it to. Well, we did.
Hunsdon Mill Lock.
There's still some right old water in there flying past. But yeah,
We're off.
off back up the Stort. Sun's out. It's not warm, but the sun's out. That was nice. Here we are about 100 yards at most up from where we moored last night. In fact, we moored just behind that blue boat, no, in front of that blue boat. And as you can see, I considered mooring here as we went past, exactly at that spot. And I'm rather glad we didn't, because that tree
Was upright yesterday.
it was alright. That was a nice little mooring spot. Now, looks like we dodged a bullet there, Linda. The fields are still very flooded, although they've gone down a lot from yesterday. This bit yesterday was really quite hairy, wasn't it, Linda? This was really choppy. It's windy now. In fact, the blast of wind just picked us up. But this was really, really choppy, like waves. And you can see here there's some good old ripples. It's certainly a fast flowing river today. Last thing we want is an engine failure here, isn't it? But it is lovely. See those waves coming up, look, it's the ripples on the water. Quite big ones. Well, we got into Harlow Mill Lock, just leaving it down. That bit between where we were, Lock 12 and Lock 11, is really exposed. And the wind was bad, wasn't it?
I thought you were on tick over when you were on practically full speed as you were going up. I was
Exactly.
amazed at how strong the current was.
Yeah, we're not used to currents, and so that was quite different.
I always use sultanas and raisins.
Thank you, Linda. We're not used to that kind of thing on the canals, and having not done sort of tidal or rivers or whatever, and
Good experience, I would have thought.
that was pretty hectic. It really was choppy. If you took
There's that beautiful bridge again.
if you took your eye off it for a minute, you was in trouble. Unfortunately, I keep hearing our fan belt making that noise again, every now and again. So I'm not sure how to stop a slippy fan belt. So I put a new one on. The chap came yesterday, checked the tension. He said, "Oh no, don't tighten it. That tension's spot on. You don't want it tighter." So why is it slipping? I don't know. Maybe there's a bit of oil spray or something around there on the pulleys. Maybe I'll try and clean it up when we
There
stop.
it was again.
Yeah. But yeah, we got past the worst bit. Train. Hopefully.
Of the boat, I think.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. And I've put my hat on
be honest, it is everywhere. You have to put squints in it. Yeah, that's making that noise again. Oh well, hopefully we'll get back before the big storm Eunice or whatever comes and hits us. But once we pass that lock just, it's a completely different river, isn't it?
Yeah, it's much, much calmer.
There's a couple of places back there where other tributaries came in and they were fast tributaries,
And
dumping loads of
the
water.
eddy wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
The eddy currents where those two joined, we were all over the place yesterday. So yeah, it's looking quite hopeful. We just got to get back upstream. Fan belt permitting. I'll have to check, if nothing else, I'll check the pulleys and all that, but we'll see. So, have you got your key? Paddles are down. So, press that button. Well, I tell you what, those last ones we could hardly shut, could we? They are heavy, these ones. That's the way to do it, isn't it? It's a nice change anyway.
These are the ones I set for us yesterday.
These are what?
I set these yesterday for us.
You did? Right. Go and do the paddles. Burnt Mill Lock 10. This Harlow station straight ahead, and the building place that was making all the racket when we were here last time looks like they're not working today. Right, I'll try and get out the other side, do the other one. Looks like Linda's got it moving. Yeah. So I'll move this one. But listen to the birds here. Did you hear the dawn chorus this morning? It's about 5, 6 o'clock. It was lovely. It really was beautiful what we could hear. Just by this lock, there's a place called Canalability. It's like a charity that runs canal boat holidays and day trips for people with disabilities. A great idea. Look them up, I've got a website somewhere, Canalability. Excellent, at Harlow. Right, let's get this show on the road. So here's the lock, we're just leaving. Blowing the wind again. There's a lot going on. And I say there's Harlow station, see a bit better now. And this is the Canalability boat. Train!
Good morning.
Stort daybreak. Canalability, boating without boundaries. Boy, is that how it should be. What a great organisation that is. We've got quite a few boats and big ones. Well done, folks. Great thing to do. Canalability.org.uk. Got a fair few boats. Right, Linda with a lovely backdrop of Harlow station, a train, a building site, diggers.
I'll get to exciting places, me.
I'll take you everywhere, darling. Harlow station and a building site, wonderful stuff, eh?
Yeah.
Well, we've been at Harlow station often enough, haven't we?
Yeah, we usually just drop it off our niece.
Or if you go to London, which you do now and again, or...
Not quite as much as we used to.
Nah.
Certainly since the pandemic.
Pandemic, a new one.
You heard.
So this is where we're off now, past these boats. It's much more sheltered here. You can see the top of the trees are blowing and you can hear it. Obviously just pottering because we've passed moored boats. So we're in sort of central Harlow pretty much, just running parallel to Edinburgh Way, past the train station. And there's most beautiful woodland here. Birds are twittering, you probably can't hear them. And there's a lovely walkway there through all this woodland. There's walkways all over the place around here. I mean, you sort of forget how near to nature you are when you're just up the road up there, Edinburgh Way, where all the sort of DIY shops are and all the you know, business and stuff. And here we are, a small distance away.
Morning.
Train. And there's some great places for a walk around here. Some ducks standing on a submerged branch. Seem quite happy there.
Why not? Looks lovely.
Really is very pleasant, very peaceful, with very little wind in amongst all these trees here. All the wind's dropped, can't tell really. Doesn't it sound like spring now, all the birds twittering? Really does.
Although it's the back end of winter.
Oh, it is. I mean,
Coming up for spring.
we're still in February, but it's just feeling spring-like. So at the next lock, and once again the doors are open, as they should be on the Stort. Oops, just our rope just nearly got pulled off by a branch from the side. So it's been left open. May well have been us that left it open. I've hardly seen a boat here. It's really quite nice to have this, after all the work coming down, to just be able to go straight in, shut the doors, fill the lock. Here we are, bridge 20, another low one, classic Stort again. There's my good wife driving us in today, not looking at all panicky. Tell me if we're going to go jar and bang something, so I know.
Thank you. Look at that. Straight, isn't it? Straight.
Absolutely perfect, my dear.
Just like you, sweetheart.
You did. Got us in nice. Duck down again, the low bridge. Even Linda has to duck. That says something. Park up by. So that's that lock done. I'll go out Linda's way. We moored somewhere near here, didn't we?
Yeah, last night. I think just.
Where that grey boat is?
Yeah.
And so that's where the lock. You can see down there, there's a lot of water still everywhere. Looks like a lake.
It is. Mead Lake.
Oh, so that isn't a flood, so fair enough. So there's a tree across the river, which I'm going through now, and whoa, give me a whack. So there's the tree, deep under the river, there, down there, comes out there, there's a tiny little gap I just squeezed through. But There's obviously one over there down as well. I mean, I was nearly stuck there, but there was enough room just. I wasn't going to risk it, but I thought, what the heck? It looked like I could get past, and I could. But there's certainly some trees down. Well, having got past the tree and been a little bit concerned, and I thought, oh dear, Linda's just supplied me with a cup of refreshing tea and some cake. So I can celebrate my success going past the tree. What the heck? But yeah, there's a lot of trees down. I wonder what else we find on the way. Looks like another part of one here. So Harlow Mill Lock, lock number 8. Quite a high one, this one. Just talking to a chap at the side of a road, side of a canal towpath. A tree fell on his boat last night. So we were lucky in a way. There was one just up the road from where we were moored. There's that one we've just gone past. We've seen a couple of others. And the storm tonight is supposed to be far more severe in the southeast. So we're going to get back to the marina, push on, and weather it out in the marina rather than moored up somewhere by falling trees, because it is dangerous. There's the ladder. And my tea went a bit cold because we got to the lock, and I climbed up the steps to help Linda and I let my tea down on the boat.
But I've given you another topper, nice and warm.
Yeah, had a top up. You've got to have, you've got to have tea when you're having a nice cake like this. Let's hope there's no more trees in the way. Linda's just catching up on her phone messages. We've got quite a few. Especially since, as you know, we're now grandparents, so we like daily pictures of our little granddaughter. And
No, this is from the niece.
oh, this is the niece who lives with us. She's got a job offer which she may or may not take. So we're coming to Bridge 24, which is the main Harlow to Sawbridgeworth road bridge. And again, we've driven over it a few times, haven't we? Not as low as some, but pretty low.
I haven't actually in the end. I think I'm sat down.
Well, yeah. There's some more runoff. All of the sluices and weirs are working well, shall we say. Doing the job they're supposed to do. Some nice houses at the side of a river.
Yes, that's lovely in the summer.
Yeah, those balconies, I mean, look at that, the sun's shining straight on them, south facing, river at your back. Really is the place to be, it's lovely. Lock 6, Shearing Mill Lock. This one's got the electric gates at the front. You just press the button, get your key, press the button, it's got the sluices and everything. Over back gates we have to do manually. This is just to the south of Sawbridgeworth. You ready to press that button? go. So much easier that way. It's cheating though. So, Linda's taking us out the lock. We've got our keys. We found some in the what's it yesterday. Somebody forgot them. And this is a lovely, lovely bit of Sawbridgeworth. I didn't film it on the way down because my camera went flat.
Look, train, quick, look through there. You see the train?
Oh yeah, there's a train going
That
past.
is close to those houses. I wouldn't like to live there.
I don't know, I don't think they're cheap.
Still wouldn't like to live there with a bloody train coming past that fast.
So there's some private mooring here and private mooring all the way along here. And they are really nice houses, but I bet they're not cheap. I mean, if you don't know if you know prices down this neck of the woods, Sawbridgeworth.
Stupid prices.
Oh, stupid. I mean, canal prices anyway, canal side, riverside, it cost a lot. Not where Linda's steering to. She has fancied a closer look at that blue boat, I think. But yeah, I mean, they are nice places, lovely little balconies. I'm not sure if you get a mooring with your flat. I suppose you have to buy them. Don't know really. But yeah, they are very pleasant. And I think I said in the video coming down here, do drop into Sawbridgeworth. It's a lovely place to moor. There is some good canal side, riverside moorings either side of the, well, right near the train line by the train station. And it's not far, a little walk into town with some lovely old antique shops. It's a really nice place. There's the maltings. Loads and loads of antique dealers, special little dealers, picture framers, cafes, you name it, an auction house. Got everything around there really. Loads and loads and loads of little businesses. You can spend hours and hours and hours keeping yourself busy in there. I'd definitely consider, if you're on the Stort, mooring in this area. Although it's a bit busy here, as you can see, just up the bank, under the bridge, there's some reasonable spots. Although again we've got a high bank here. So we're just the other side of that bridge. You can probably see it behind if I move. Yeah, there we are. And as you can see, there's mooring on the bank over this side here. And it's not the best, it's a bit high, but that's typical of what you get. There's quite a lot mooring down here. There's a lot coming up, there's some mooring just before there. So you haven't got to walk very far at all to have a really nice time in Sawbridgeworth. I sound like I work for the Sawbridgeworth tourist board, don't I? I don't. But yeah, it's a nice place. Just approaching Sawbridgeworth Lock 5. Boat on my right doesn't help for the mooring, but hey. Into the lock we go. Another low bridge. Quite a big lock, this one. And then we're going to moor up somewhere for lunch. A wind tunnel, see, you get through that bridge. Sun's out again. Sharp bed we've just come round. It's very windy and twisty. I know some canals are like this, but you can tell it's a river in places. And that's the noise, if you can hear it. Fan belt slipping, I believe, down there. Ugh. That's what the noise was like yesterday when we called out the engineer. Bit more sunshine. Talking of sunshine, who's this?
Your loving wife.
And it's a nice bulrushes there, look. Glorious, isn't it, when the sun's out? We didn't expect any sunshine really, it is February. But, I mean, look at that, blue sky, sunshine, and a horrendous storm on the way.
Storm Eunice.
Storm Eunice. This really is the calm before the storm, isn't it? When it's windy here, you can see, looking at the sort of a plain over there, how flat it is. In areas where it's been like that, it's been so windy at times. And you really do go all over the place, you know, just you can't steer for love the money. Some leaking lock gates there. I think this is Feek's Lock. Bit of a problem at the lock. Great big branch, like a trunk in the water. Linda managed to hook it and just sufficiently get it out. I mean, I've balanced across the top of the lock, not the best in this wind, and and that's what we pulled out. I mean, you don't want that in the lock jamming up the gates, do you? So, well done, Linda. We did a good job there. Oh, there's so much debris, isn't there, in the water? Not surprising that storm, though.
That was exciting. That was a hell of a log.
Certainly was. Right, are we off? Are you going on, mate?
I'll go.
So yeah, we did a good job pulling that out.
Well,
I'm going to get Cam to take a little photo.
somebody has to. Might as well be me. It was a lot bigger than I expected when I just saw the little end.
I thought it was two, different ones. Huge.
Well, it blocked the whole of the
Covered the whole gate, didn't it, all the way across?
so that would have been fun going through.
That was low. Boy, was that low. Well, I've done a lot of waxing lyrical about the good old Stort. Nice river, as we said. So I thought I'd give you a bit of history of the place. I like a bit of history. Basically, the Stort joins the River Lee, which is a major river to feed London from this area. And the River Lee was changed to navigation and used for navigation. Well, it was used right back in Roman times, in prehistory. But in the Middle Ages, they wanted to get the trade going. And there was an Act of Parliament for the River Lee in 1400, I think it was 1425, something like that.
Fairly early, I know that.
To make the river navigable for bigger loads. And then in the 1500s there was further acts of Parliament and it became a really major artery. And the area around Ware and Hertford became very wealthy from the malting trade. There's a lot of malting around here, isn't there?
Yeah.
You like the smell, don't you?
Oh, I love the smell. In the morning sometimes you get a waft over. Oh, it is heaven.
So the grain trade was huge. And Bishop Stortford area thought, we want a bit of that. And so they applied to build this canal. They got the funding together, applied to Parliament, got an act passed 1766. The act actually said you had to build it in 5 years, I think. Don't know why. It was opened.
Couldn't do that these days, could they?
No, opened in 1769, and it's 14 miles. Just for reference, it's 15 locks. Actually, the locks are odd, aren't they?
weird.
Because they've built the locks, they're 86 foot long or something, which is fine, but width-wise they're 13.25 feet, which means they're way bigger than a narrowboat, but you can't get two narrowboats in side by side. I'm not sure, what size are wide beams, you know?
I don't know, I was just going to ask you that question, what about wide beams? I have seen some wide beams.
But they're not, I think some wide beams are 14 foot or certainly more than 13.25, some aren't. So I'm not sure, but if you're over 13.25 foot, don't come this way.
And don't come with a friend either if you're hoping to go in the locks together and share them.
So anyway, the river trade opened up. Bishop's Dorset did quite well, but they never quite managed to compete with Ware and Hertford. And like many canals, it wasn't really a success. Oh dear. I don't think they paid dividends to the shareholders. And basically it passed through several hands, railway companies, councils, whatever, but has remained open, partly for feeding the water, and here we are. So there you are, a potted history of the Stort navigation.
I say, once a teacher, always a teacher.
Yeah, well, what the heck.
Nice. It's interesting though, thank you very much.
Well, I think so. Anyway, we're not far off the last lock before Teddenbury Lock, and then we should be near Marina.
Had a lovely time there, wasn't it?
It's been great. And no storm yet. Looks beautiful, so I'm sure it's coming.
Well, it's a red in a lot of parts of Britain.
Yeah, yellow.
Particularly in the
amber,
south of Wales.
Amber here, but yeah, in the southwest, I just read, southwest of Wales, it's the red warning. And they're saying danger of death from flying debris, roofs removed.
Oh my God.
It don't sound good down there, so I'll pity the people down the southwest of Wales. But we're going to get it pretty bad here apparently. We'll see.
Yeah, well, we'll probably wimp out and go home this evening. Not stay in the boat in the marina.
Yeah, probably best. So there we are, moored up just before the lock. The lock's set against us. Teddenbury Lock 4. Linda started work. I better get on with my bit. Linda's really struggling at that one. That's hard, isn't it? Well done, sweetheart. I'm not sure if it makes a noise at the moment, but this wind's suddenly picking up. I think the storm's on its way. It's totally changed in 5 minutes. So there's the lock, nearly, actually it's still got a bit to go, isn't it? So this is one of those locks that's 13.25 feet wide. Most odd. And 86 foot long, as Linda says, yes.
See, I do occasionally.
Just while I was inside that lock, jumped back on the boat, the charging light's on. The voltage is going up. As I rev it, but the charging light isn't. No idea why that would be. Oh. Well, that was a wonderful few days cruising up and down the Stort. It was great, wasn't it?
Absolutely fabulous. Really enjoyed myself.
We've had every weather going. We've had beautiful sunshine, blue skies, very strong winds, torrential rain, a storm.
Storm, oh yes.
Another storm coming. The boat was going really well. There's a few more niggles, and just as we pulled up at the last bit, the charging light came on again. I don't know why, because the voltmeter was whizzing up and down, so it seemed to be charging. But hey, these are small things.
Maybe it comes on when it's fully charged.
I don't know. Maybe that might be the point. I don't think so, but
Yeah,
we'll see.
Find out.
Anyway, we've had a great old time, and just can't wait to get out there in the summer doing some longer cruises.
I just want to get to Stansted our boats.
We nearly made it. Anyway, if you've enjoyed our vlog this week, you know what to do.
Press the like button.
Like, and
if you haven't subscribed, subscribe already.
Exactly. So we'll see you next week. Bye.
Off to see my granddaughter now.